Hello, ladies. This is what a dummy would say. Welcome to Big Geeky Couch. It's February Valentine's Day special. I'm Kit Jasper, your host. With me, as always, is Chad Perkins, David Lilly, and Keith, whatever his last name is. Today, we're reviewing Omaha by Reed Waller and Kate Worley. Enjoy.
Cats and boobs.
What the fuck was that?
It's called High Energy, Chad.
Okay, well.
Hello, ladies.
And you would understand it if you understood anything about politics.
Yeah.
Glad I am not romantic.
Woo. Okay.
Just wanted to kick that out, make sure everybody was... I didn't tell anybody I was going to do that, by the way.
No,
so.
that's
They're like,
like, what the
but
all those
fuck is
reactions
this?
were real. But yes, we are really reviewing Reed Waller and Kate Worley's Omaha the Cat Dancer. Direct right out of the 80s, just for you. It's a comic about, well, it's Omaha the Cat Dancer. She's a stripper, and her boyfriend Chuck, whose literal job is to draw strippers. He's got the greatest job in the world. That's how we're introduced to him. What?
preliminary
Is
warning.
that his name, Chuck?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's a lot. This is kind of a porn book. There's porn in it, so if you don't like boobs, then don't come to this video.
Don't come to this comic.
Don't come to the video.
I mean, yeah, the publisher is Ameritica.
You guys, if we're gonna review this, be like maturity levels ratchet up twice, 2 levels higher than average.
We're gonna be
Keith is bringing it. Okay,
I'm
so
ready.
what do we think about Omaha?
Well, I was going to give the comic is a little old, so I wanted to give it some quick context and history about it. It's by Reed Waller and Kate Worley, and they started the comic in the 80s, so but it continued on and off. Well, it continued from the 80s to about the 90s when the author and artist had a falling out, but then years later they got back together, essentially, and decided to try and finish it. Regrettably, Kate Worley came down with cancer and wrote the comic till the day she died.
She was like, what, 60?
She was very old, yeah.
She was older when she died.
She had cancer, and it was finished. The final scripts were finished by James Vance, but it was a passion project in more ways than one.
You can definitely tell it is a passion project, especially with the amount of boobs in it.
There's a lot of sex. I do like what they say on the back. They call it totally guilt-free, joyously rendered sex. This is also an Eisner-winning comic. It's also a favorite of Neil Gaiman, who writes the intro for I think Volume 2 or Volume 3. So it's not just it's not your run-of-the-mill piece of smut. It's that we chose it for a reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's sound off on people's thoughts on it. So.
Sure. Dave.
Surprisingly, I thought it was good. This is like the sort of thing I wanted from Sunstone, but did not get. It's personally, I didn't actually find it that sexy. It involves a lot of sex, but the thing is, the sex is relevant to the characters' relationships with each other,
and even the plot in some cases.
Yeah,
right.
It's really it's exactly like a creature of the 70s, like the 60s maybe. That
they came straight out of second wave feminism right here is what you're getting.
This is like, it reminds me of R. Crumb. So if you want something that feels like authentic from that time period, this is perfect. It's got that like really rough artistic feel to it. It's got that like, like keep on trucking sort of artistic vibe.
A lot of small hatch marks, a lot of stifling. Yeah, very much an R. Crumb. The newer ones that came out in the past couple years look a little different. You can even see the art evolve in this, especially because it was published. It's compiled not in chronological order, so the art can seem a little scattershot in terms of quality, but that's because this is not chronological in terms of when it was published. They've published it in the order that makes the most sense for the story.
Which is actually why I was incredibly confused, especially because I was super confused at one point.
We could look at the discrepancy between the first and second chapter. Can we use the
cam for this?
There's a lot of.
It doesn't matter. It's the handy cam.
There's a lot of nudity in this piece.
All right, well, let's do it anyway. All right, handy cam.
So this is the very first short, and as you can see, it's fairly rough.
You're not recording.
Oh, we're not.
No,
okay.
You gotta hit the record button.
Okay. So.
Dude, do you even handycam?
No.
Can you hit the handy cam button?
Is this?
That is the record button.
Okay, so this is from the very first chapter, and so as you can see, the art is really rough. Like Chuck's face there is very primitive, and then we go forward just a few pages, and already the art, here's the same characters, significantly slicker. So obviously some nudity, but even for a porn comic, most porn comics aren't going to have backgrounds that nice. And this is before they could trace or anything. They had to draw all those cars, so. Reed Waller wasn't calling it in by any measure, but the characters are nice and expressive. They're all very likable too.
Yeah.
Tons of different species.
It's not like brilliant art, but it's very, very authentic to that time period.
Yes.
So you get like, I wouldn't want the art to be different. This is like the exact flavor of that time period.
My entire thing about the artwork itself is it is very entertaining with the artwork. You can feel, and I guess this sounds really weird, you can feel the emotions in the art. And you
It's
don't really
evocative.
get that with a lot of older comics. But this one here...
Yeah, they'll be more stiff.
Exactly. And this one here was very fluid. Ah, you made it, yeah.
Also, to say from the time period, if you're used to modern day porn, everybody has pubic
See,
hair
I
in
don't-
this, so that's
My
like, oh wait, yeah, right, that can be in porn.
So, Omaha the Cat Dancer...
Authentic.
Omaha the Cat Dancer, I don't consider it porn.
Not
Like,
really.
in my... Okay, and this is gonna sound really weird. If you find, like, a erotica, like, very turned-on feeling with it, I think you're missing kind of the point of the book.
I missed
It's
it.
very sexy, but I can't see anybody just going to a dark room and, you know,
Wanking it.
wanking it to Omaha the Cat Dancer. Because it's a very likable and enjoyable story. It's not just
Yeah.
about the sex.
It's a little
It's
odd,
about-
and that it's like, wait, I actually like these characters.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to like get turned
Yeah.
on by people I actually care about? Like-
Absolutely you can.
Wait a minute.
I was actually really surprised by the story. When I picked the book up, I thought,
What do you
okay,
think, Keith?
this is just gonna
What
be
do I
like
think?
cheap 70s era porn, whatever, we'll review it and see how, but like,
Right.
it kind of starts out that way, but then the characters have these conflicts, and before you know it, there's like a shooting, a gangland shooting, there's a death, they're on the run, and there's like some kind of a big crime-related, like, mafioso
Yes.
family
There is
plot.
a story.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, this is
Now, does
what's
it
going
make
to
any
happen
sense?
to this
Okay.
character. You get invested in like
It's
what's
weird.
happening.
Now, I
Yeah.
will say this though, with that entire build-up and everything, and we won't, without trying to do too many spoilers, it did not make a lick of sense. It was,
Oh, really?
It was not. It was just like, oh, by the way, this.
So
and you're
probably
like, why?
I bet what happened was when they were writing it, it starts out as like very shorts, you know, these
Right.
very small stories, and then it's slightly larger stories, still compartmentalized though, and then they're like, oh, we need to create an overarching narrative, and you'll see this with a lot of comics that suddenly have to like turn
Right.
into long form, is they're just suddenly like, story!
Right.
I was like, all right, let's get this running, and it's the nature of the beast, especially in these older publishing days when you didn't have the internet and you had no idea month to month if you were going to
Exactly.
be published or
Right.
not. And then suddenly your editor's like, by the way, you have to do 10 books. And you're like, what?
Oh crap! Absolutely. Now,
Oh, I thought I was just drawing
So,
like funny little
what did
stories.
we think of Keith?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Keith. What do you
quiet
think?
man.
Keith.
Everybody
So-
works out
Remember, you're
immediately.
supposed to interrupt everybody
So,
and converse.
yeah, no, there's a reason for that this
Keith,
time.
Keith,
So,
Yeah.
Keith,
everybody,
Keith,
Everybody. So, Omaha the Cat Dancer, I'm just gonna be honest, I have a difficult time getting into this style of book.
Because of the porn or because of the old art? Both?
A little bit of both, to
Okay.
be honest. I'm not
Okay.
very big into smutty, but at the same time, it's...
You're willing to challenge yourself, though.
It
But
was,
was it
I guess,
sexy?
Yes.
God,
Dude,
mean-
look at her. Look at her.
Well, there actually
Yes,
are some
she
cool
is-
pinups.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just want
absolutely.
to point out, I see boobs a lot,
Do you?
and yeah, that does not... That was a dumb line. That was a-
We're keeping it in there.
That's a dumb line, but
The art's
You guys, he's a connoisseur. Let him speak.
but that does not mean it's all
See,
sexy.
there's.
I'm
I
just
wish-
saying. I'm just saying. My whole take on it was, I respect everybody's opinion on this. I just had a
Right.
very hard time getting into this one, and I couldn't really finish.
Man, if you put too much respect in the show, you're gonna
You
kill
couldn't
it.
finish it.
I could not.
Keith
finish
couldn't
it. I'm
finish.
sorry.
Oh my god!
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you couldn't finish.
I'm sorry.
You couldn't finish.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man. Oh, dude. Don't worry, I'll get you some nice Jugs magazines for you.
I think I forget what the original magazine. I think it was either Sizzle or Honey. It was not heavy metal.
Mhm.
I know it was a contemporary of heavy metal though. The even more adult heavy metal magazine
So,
of the time.
with Omaha, it's a lot of fun.
So,
Like,
it's very happy. There's no like
Yes.
creepy sex scenes.
Yeah, there's
like no
not.
one gets like raped or
and
anything.
everything is
Oh.
very natural. Like everything happens.
like, oh, these people
naturally.
like each other.
Yeah.
They have sex.
They do,
Like
and it's
humans.
It's not like that
But
weird
they're not.
porn where the plumber comes over, knocks on the door, and says, "Hey,
Fix-
I'm here to fix your faucet." By faucet, I mean vagina.
Fixes her cable.
The other thing
That.
too is like one part of it that I liked is the
Rewire
couples
that.
have realistic arguments,
Yes.
and it
Yeah,
actually
they fight a lot.
Yeah,
It is.
like, but it's like emotionally valid, and it actually does connect to like even their erotic life, and so
Yes.
I find like again, it's like a story that involves a ton of sex, but the sex isn't really the story; it's just necessary to it.
Exactly, because she's a dancer. I mean, that's
She-
all
yeah,
she
she-
wants to do.
Omaha, yeah, she is a cat dancer. She works as a stripper. Apparently, a very good one.
And it
Yeah.
gets into like cultural attitudes about that and like the man and like the moral majority.
Very 80s, yeah. Like,
what was it? What was the?
I like the one where they
boobs are art or whatever.
Yeah, where they cut the holes in their shirts.
Yes,
That was
and they're
funny.
like, "Hey, everybody, have you ever seen a nipple before?"
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not
No, they
protected
didn't
under
cut
free
it.
speech. If only they could talk.
They printed their shirts.
Oh yeah, that's right. They printed
the shirts, and
then it was okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
that was
Sorry, it's been a
awesome.
while since I've read it, so.
But so, I guess my final take is, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it's a really authentic shot of like 1970s culture, and it's more than just a porn. It's a really interesting story with a ton of sex and adult themes. And if you're up for that, you might have a good time.
I wish we could use the handy cam to show all the cool pinup art on there.
Yeah, the pinup art's really good.
Just mark the way the video, not safe
Fine,
for
we
work.
will.
Turn it on. Yeah,
We'll do it. Fine, we're gonna do it. Handy cam.
Okay, we're
Handy
getting-
cam, be warned,
Like, there's
kids.
a lot. Like, look at this.
And that's stifling in there,
Yeah,
which
it
is
is.
crazy. How do I turn this thing?
You hit the power
Oh my
button.
god, you suck at
Oh,
handy
that
cam.
Oh.
There you go.
I
Use
am
the
bad at handy.
buttons.
You do.
You're the
So,
worst at handy
cam.
cam.
See,
ever.
look at this. Like, just look how awesome that is.
And this comic did predate the furry fandom, so
They did. And
Interestingly
I
enough.
wouldn't even consider this a furry book either. Like, I think this is more of a slice of life book with,
it kind of is a slice of life
Yeah.
drama.
and it's just fun and kind of adorable.
There's
Like-
very. Hold on.
Are you describing the book or yourself?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Just Reed Waller's ink work is energetic, clean, well done, obviously sexy.
Incredibly sexy.
Oh Jesus, oh jeez. That's why this is the Valentine's Day episode.
But
I did want to point out there is a character who's a female that's a bird who gives blowjobs, and I don't think that's appropriate because beaks would not feel good. Anyway,
I will
you can
say
see
that.
the nice back.
Wait, is she called
even.
Snapper?
Well, I saw
No.
that character. I'm like,
No.
I get what you're going for here.
No. Go on.
They all want Omaha. She's got nice soft lips, hard bird beak. No good.
I mean,
wasn't thinking that one through, Kate Worley.
I
You
wouldn't.
stupid dead bro. That's terrible.
I think Omaha is just simply adorable. I get why.
She's
a
like
lot
she's a
of
likable
people like
character.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's likable. Everybody is incredibly fun and exciting. While I was reading it, I was like, oh god, this is just gonna be porn. It's gonna be dumb.
That's
Kid
what everybody
recommended it.
goes in
Like,
thinking.
oh,
I'm like, I guarantee you, it's
this
smarter
is
than
just
you
smut.
think.
I mean, we even have 2 copies. I mean, that's how good it was.
Yeah,
because-
Well, I had my gold copy,
Yeah.
and then everybody else had to read it. So.
Yeah. So
I've got volumes 2 and 3 as well.
would I recommend this for somebody just starting out with comics?
Only for kids.
Only for the youngest of the
Get 'em young.
No, yes. No, I wouldn't. Only because they're not used to it. You want
No.
to start them small. But Omaha the Cat Dancer, when you want something that is just a slice of life, a lot of fun, absolutely adorable, I recommend Omaha the Cat Dancer, hands down.
If I have kids and I had to catch them reading porn, I'd want to catch them reading this one.
Keith, what do you think?
Keith couldn't finish.
Keith couldn't finish. So,
I think there's enough said there.
Wasn't for Keith.
I just think I really liked Omaha the Cat Dancer. Like, I really did.
You have to live
I
with that now.
I do. I have to live with it. I'm not a furry, but
No, neither were they.
and you don't have to.
They never.
be.
Reed Waller never been in a furry convention, despite this comic.
And it's just incredibly
You just-
casual. Like there is nothing. It's all harmless.
Yeah.
It's not. Like I said, I think that if you get like a weird, like
If you got a weird, yeah.
if you have a weird fetish for it, I think you have a problem because I think you're missing the point of the book.
I mean, at that point though, this is a good tool for diagnosis then.
Right. Exactly. Like, do you have weird furry fetishes? Do you find this attractive? Do it.
Yeah. It's
Are you
kind of like
popping
the
a boner
at-home-
for Omaha? Then you have problems.
All right.
So
That's me,
guys,
baby.
that was
Problems.
Omaha the Cat Dancer, and
That was the Big Geeky Couch Valentine's Day special. I hope you have an extra sensual day.
And please tell us what you think. Leave us a comment below. Please hit that subscribe button and also follow us on Twitter at Big_Geeky
Yeah.
on Twitter.
I will say, don't subscribe, but do like.
Why not subscribe?
You don't make it too easy. It's a back and forth. It's a dance, a ballet, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Dave,
So-
you do understand this YouTube thing, right?
No.
Please do send. And please do send us your comic book recommendations. I like to read
Yeah.
comics, so
Yes,
we
please.
just might read yours or give you a shout out.
Yeah, and if not,
Fuck you.
fuck you too. So guys, what are we doing next time?
Fuck you.
No,
No.
not quite.
I thought
no
that-
more Valentine. Not till next year.
We're off that train.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time we will be reviewing Junji Ito's Gyo, The Death Stench Creeps.
Which
Tune in.
holy fucking Damn.
Save for the review.
They let me
Alright,
recommend
yes.
2 books.
Guys, we'll see you next time
See ya.
on Big Geeky Couch.